Lenovo LOQ 15ARP9 RTX 4060 gaming laptop. This product review is Amazon Associate, commissions earned. You find the Amazon link to the product in the video description. If you want to see more reviews like this, remember to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Feel free to like and comment. Lenovo LOQ 15ARP9 RTX 4060 full product analysis. Below is a thorough practical appraisal of Lenovo LOQ 15 bundle you described. 15.6 FHD 144 Hz AMD Ryzen 7 7435HS NVIDIA RTX 4060 32GB DDR5 1TB SSD backlit keyboard RJ45 Lenovo PCO laptop cooler. I cover features, real-world performance expectations, thermals, noise, ease of use, and value for money, plus buying tips and who should or shouldn't buy it. Quick spec summary. Display 15.6, FHD 1920x 180, 144 Hz. CPU AMD Ryzen 7 7435HS, mobile high-performance Ryzen HS family. GPU NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4060 mobile. Memory 32GB DDR5. Storage One NVMe SSD. Extras backlit keyboard, RJ45 Ethernet, bundled PCO laptop cooler. Design and build. Look and feel. The LOQ line targets gamers who want a clean, understated look rather than gaudy RGB. Expect a matte finish, solid lid, and practical hinge. Not ultra-thin, but portable for a 15-inch gaming machine. Keyboard and trackpad. Backlit keyboard should be comfortable for long sessions. Layout typically gamer-friendly with decent key travel. Trackpad fine for desktop tasks. Pairing with a mouse for gaming recommended. Ports and expandability. RJ45 is a plus for low-latency online play. You'll normally get USB-A, USB-C, maybe with DisplayPort, HDMI, audio jack, and an SD or microSD slot, depending on SKU. Internals typically allow at least one RAM SSD upgrade path on mid-range Lenovo machines. Good for future-proofing. Bundle, PCO cooler. A physical cooling pad helps surface temperatures and sustained frame rates in thin chassis. Good value when bundled. Display, 144 Hz FHD is the right match for RTX 4060. At 1920 aspect 1080, the RTX 4060 can drive high frame rates in competitive titles and comfortable settings in many LCA titles. 144 Hz gives a smooth feel for esports and fast shooters. Color and brightness. Expect acceptable gaming grade color and contrast. Fine for gaming and media. If you're a content creator who needs color accuracy, consider an external monitor or a higher spec panel. Response and tear control. With a 144 Hz panel plus NVIDIA features, G-Sync, Adaptive Sync, or low latency modes, input lag and tearing will be minimal for most players. Performance. Gaming 1080p. RTX 4060 Mobile Plus, Ryzen 7 7435HS is a solid 1080p gaming combo. Competitive games, CS2, Valorant, Rainbow Six. Well above 144 FPS on high, ultra, depending on settings. Modern A-A titles, Cyberpunk style, Witcher, K8AEA open worlds, 6100 plus FPS on high ultra, with DLSS frame generation options improving FPS substantially when enabled. CPU limited scenarios. The Ryzen 7 HS series balances single-core speed with multi-core efficiency. Good for gaming and content creation. Heavy multi-thread workloads, large video exports, heavy compiles will be faster than quad-core Intel alternatives, but not at the level of bulkier 45W desktop-class chips. Content creation and multitasking. 32GB DDR5 plus 1 TB NVMe is a very healthy combo. Plenty for editing, streaming, VM work, and multitasking without swapping. Ray tracing and DLSS. You can use ray tracing in many titles, but expect RT to lower native FPS. DLSS or other upscalers help regain frame rates. The 4060 is competent for RT at 1080p with reasonable settings. Bottom line, This configuration hits the sweet spot for 1080p high refresh gaming and is versatile enough for streaming and moderate content work. Thermals, noise, and sustained performance. Thermal headroom. Mid-tier gaming laptops with RTX 4060 and a 15 chassis can be thermally constrained during long, demanding sessions. Expect short bursts, excellent clocks, and high FPS. Long sessions. Some thermal throttling is possible if cooling is modest. Noise. Fans will ramp under load. The bundled cooler will help a few degrees and may reduce fan aggressiveness. What to watch? Use Lenovo's performance profiles or Windows power plans to balance temps, noise. Keep vents clear. Consider repasting or undervolting only if you're comfortable with advanced tweaks and warranty implications. Battery life and portability. Battery life. Realistically, gaming laptops at this spec do not excel at long battery runtime. Expect light productivity, 4 to 7 hours, depending on brightness and background tasks. Gaming, 1 to 2 hours on battery, lower if playing demanding titles. Portability, reasonably portable for a 15.6. Gaming laptop, not ultra-light, but fine for moving between home, college, coffee shop. Software and ease of use. Lenovo Software Suite. Expect Lenovo Vantage or similar for driver updates, thermal performance tuning, and keyboard lighting control. Vantage is useful but can be simplified by using native Windows settings if you dislike OEM bloat. Setup and user experience. With 32GB RAM and a 1TB SSD, out-of-box responsiveness is excellent. Pre-installed apps may include Xbox Game Bar, Trial Bloat, easy to remove. Networking, RJ45 support, plus Wi-Fi 6, likely, provides low latency and stable online play. Good for competitive gamers who prefer wired. Value for money. Where it shines. This configuration, Ryzen 7 HS plus RTX 4060 plus 32GB DDR5 plus 1TB, is excellent value versus similarly spec'd machines that charge a premium for brand or extra RGB. The inclusion of an external cooler in the bundle increases perceived value, especially if the bundle price is only modestly higher than the laptop alone. Comparisons. Versus GTX older gen machines or lower RAM SSD SKUs, this is a meaningful step up. Versus higher tier GPUs, RTX 4070-140 AT. It's cheaper but sacrifices some future-proofing for cost savings. For most 1080p gamers, the 4060 is the sensible middle ground. Where to be cautious? If your workflow is heavy 4K video editing, or you insist on ray tracing at high FPS, a machine with a stronger GPU or a desktop may be a better investment. Pros and cons. Pros. Strong 1080p gaming performance with RTX 4060 plus 144Hz panel. Generous 32GB DDR5 and 1TB NVMe out of the box. Wired Ethernet, RJ45. Great for competitive online gaming. Good all-rounder for gaming plus streaming plus productivity. Bundled PCO cooler improves sustained performance value. Cons. Possible thermal throttling in long particular sessions. Depends on the chosen chassis cooling. Battery life is limited during gaming, typical for the class. Not the ultimate choice for creators needing GPU power for 4K, 8K workloads. Some OEM software bloat possible. Practical buying advice and optimization tips. Target audience. Great for competitive gamers, streamers on a budget, students who game and do productivity, and creators doing light to moderate editing. If you want maximum longevity, consider if you can stretch to an RTX 4080 model. If not, this 4060 config is a sensible mid-range pick. Setup tips out of the box. Switch to high-performance profile only when gaming. Use balanced for daily tasks to reduce fan noise and heat. Update BIOS and GPU drivers via Lenovo Vantage for best stability. Use the bundled cooler during marathon sessions and make sure the laptop's vents are unobstructed. Thermal tuning. If temps are high and you're comfortable, adjust power limits in vendor tools or use a conservative undervolt CSPL limit. This often reduces temps and noise with negligible FPS loss. Check warranty or Lenovo guidance first. Storage RAM upgrades. With 32GB and 1TB, you're well covered. But if you need more storage later, check for a second M2 slot. Final verdict, the Lenovo LOQ 15ARP9. In this configuration is an excellent price-to-performance gaming laptop for 1080p 144Hz play. It's a versatile daily driver that doubles as a capable content creation machine for moderate workloads. The RTX 4060 plus Ryzen 7 7435HS combo gives a satisfying, smooth gaming experience for most players. The generous RAM and SSD mean you won't feel limited out of the gate. The main caveat is thermals and battery, standard for this category, but the included PCO cooler and sensible tuning mitigate that. Recommendation: if you want a balanced gaming laptop that performs strongly at 1080p, offers great multitasking, and doesn't break the bank, this is a smart buy. If your needs skew to heavy RT-heavy gaming at high FPS or professional 4K rendering, evaluate higher GPU tiers or a desktop alternative. Remember, click and buy. You find the Amazon link to the product in the video description.